Your diarrhea. Diary full of shit. Just playing along me, myself, and I. And no one else. Yo, I'm so legit. I just saw a Dorito truck. Like a little delivery truck type deal. Pull out of this mom and pa gas station where I stayed last night. And it got me thinking, you know, that's a good name for maybe it's because I was in Las Vegas, but you know, they have a place called Mandalay Bay where they have boxing matches and whatnot. And it got me thinking, is that a real like bay somewhere? But anyway, I thought that's a good name for a bay, Dorito Bay. And then what if there was a shark that, you know, lived in that bay? You could call it the Dorito shark that lives in Dorito Bay. And that's funny for obvious reasons, because when a shark swims, you know, it's got its fin that cuts through the water that looks like a Dorito. So that's pretty cool. Now all I got to do is discover a new species of shark. Find a bay called, well, I'm going to have to find an uncharted bay. Discover it. They'll name it after me, but I'll say, look, hey, no. Don't name it after me. Let's name it something else. Might I suggest Dorito Bay? And this will be in some secluded part of the country, and they don't know what Doritos are. And they'll be like, okay. And I'll just make something up. I'll be like, it means sunset of solitude. Right? I would come up with something like that, you know, because I'm so lonely. And, you know, that'll just be it. And then I will discover a new shark. Or maybe, because if I can't find a new shark, I'll make my own shark. I'll take a lemon shark, something that's small and doesn't require a lot of food. So like a lemon shark and some other small shark, or maybe some sort of fish. Get them to, you know, fall in love with each other and mate. You know, I'll build a little cage. I'll put food, you know, in there. They will breed. They will make their own shark, a different shark. And we'll go from there. So this process might take like 10 years to establish a new species that's, you know, home to Dorito Bay, that eats the food that's in and around Dorito Bay, of which I have newly discovered. And this whole process, you know, the entire process might take 10 to 15 years, but, you know, eventually I will discover that new shark, right? And I'll be like, look, I found this shark. I found it in Dorito Bay, which, oh, by the way, I happened to find and named. You guys wanted to name it after me. I'm more humble than that. You know, like I said, I decided to name it Dorito Bay, which, as far as the locals are concerned, means sunset of solitude. Which you might think, well, that's not cool, you know. That's a lonely name. Well, sometimes, you know, nature is bittersweet. You know, it's beautiful and it stings. So it's like, this is really amazing. I just wish I had somebody else to enjoy it with. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you want a cookie? Here you go. Boom! You know, and a gut punch, you know. Whatever. But or I don't know. Here's a cookie, you want to crumple it in your hand. Hold your hand out like you're gonna hand it to him, right? But then as you're handing it to him, you crumple it up and put it in their hand. Enjoy, you know. So you're sitting there like, oh, you know, and you start to kind of pick at it, you know, and you eat the cookie crumb. So like I said, no pun intended, Dorito Bay. What was it again? Sunset of solitude. And sunsets are party, right? But it's like, it's all over, you know. So it's like it's a play on emotions, and frequently that's how that world works. you know. Like I remember when I took the family vacation to Hawaii, you know. There's like a waterfall, you know, and there was a girl who was in love, you know, and her warrior husband was killed in battle or something like that. And she just couldn't take it. You know, so she ended it all by jumping off a waterfall. But the wind picked her back up and whoo, put her back up on the top of the cliff. And it's like this story of, you know, love and beauty, and it's also sad, you know, and you know, it's kind of makes you go, oh, you know. So Dorito Bay, soon to be home of the newly created Dorito Bay shark. But anyway, they'll name the Pulitzer Prize after me or whatever and stuff, and it'll just be like this illustrious career of discovery and invention and whatnot. So anyway, I guess that's all I gotta say, baby.